it's been a long time now since I've seen you smile.
Great morning, everybody. You know what time it is. It's Monday morning, baby. Let's get it on.
Change language and subject change up. A boy's a long way from red doors and green rangers. Things ain't been the same since Miss Patterson called me famous. I saw your reflection in a toilet full of vomit water.
Oh, I know what you guys are missing. I know.
You don't want zero problems, big fella.
Yup. If one more label try to stop me, it's gonna be some dreadhead
Up in the lobby.
You ain't no problem with no problem with me. You ain't no problem with me.
Great morning.
Another day at the pick up on the mail. They gon' channel riding through this.
Hey, what's going on? Great morning, everybody. Thank you so much for joining No Sugar in My Coffee. I am Coach Sagasta. I am honored, privileged, and blessed to share this quick message with you guys. That number one, that it might empower you and give you the aspirations to be phenomenal, to be great this week. Not just this week, but the rest of the duration of the year. As you could definitely say, cousin, I'm living the cousin life. You know what I'm saying? For those that don't know, but cousin, for everybody that's watching, cousin means continuously improving. Okay? You know what I'm saying? Continuously improving. It's a great business philosophy, but I've literally taken this 7 years now. I've taken this one specific meaning and brought it to my home and brought it to the hearts of my children. Isaac, Andrew, Delina, those at Desert Star Academy, those in my community. Hey, big shout out to those who are watching. Big shout out to the tri-state area with my community. I enjoy and I love my community. Definitely big shout out to everybody at Rotary, everybody at Desert Star Academy. Big shout out to my son Isaac, who's in the Navy. Big shout out to my son Andrew, who's getting ready to go to school to empower himself to be the next level, be the great that he could be. Again, big shout out to my daughter Delina. Big shout out to my beloved friend, my wife. Thank you so much, boo, for giving me all the support all of these years. Thank you. If it wasn't for the Most High, if it wasn't for God Almighty, I know that we would not be together. Are you hearing me? So I'm about to share something with you guys that I have yet to share with anybody. So I hope that you definitely share this particular feed out, and I hope that you come back next Monday for some more information. But hear this. I want to definitely share this with you because I'm talking strictly to the parents out there that are watching. And if you are a parent and you know of another parent, please share this particular video out. Share this video out. I'm going to share something with you guys. It says in this particular book, it shares this so delectably. It shares this. It says right here, it says, train up a child in the way that he should go, and when he is old, he should not depart. Train up a child in the way that he should go, and when he is old, he should not depart. Now he, or slash she, will not depart. One more time. One specific thing. It says, train up a child in the way that he should go, she should go, and when they are old, they shall not depart. I'm talking to the parents right now. I'm talking to people that have children in their life, whether you're a single father, whether you're a single mother, whether you're a teacher. It says, train up a child in the way that he should go, and when they are old, they will not depart. Did you hear what I just said? They won't depart. So you might be scratching your head like Coach Sagasta. What are you rephrasing to? In all of my journey, whether it was being sexually abused as a child, being taken from my mother at a very young age and placed into an all-boys orphanage or placed into foster care, and as a runaway, as a boy who slept in the streets, there was no training. There was no training for that. You know what I'm saying? There was absolutely no training for that particular moment in my life. those areas of being depressed, cognitive depression, both internally and externally, depressed, filled with anger, malice. There was no training for that. The training started 7 years ago. When you start training your body, mind, and soul, the spirit, the external parts of your body, of your mind. Train up a child in the way that he should go, and when he is old, he should not depart. I am honored, privileged, and blessed to have children that understand the process, but also are infatuated with giving the greatness of what they have. And I'm not saying that to be boastful, but let's be honest. 150,000 in America are in a homeless state. 150,000. 426 million people today in America have a device. 1 in 4 children today are diagnosed with depression. 1 in 4 are diagnosed with depression. Like, I'm speaking from experience. I know living in a life of depression, it sucked. Being sexually abused as a kid sucked. For all those years in elementary, it sucked. Being taken from my mom, that sucked. Being homeless, eating out of Dunkin' Donuts garbage can, that sucked. But I can honestly tell you, when you train up a child in the way that he should go, they will not depart. It's a promise. It's a guarantee. 150,000 strong in America are either homeless, or they're in orphanage, or they're in foster care. 150,000 strong. 1 in 4 children today in America are depressive. They're in a depressive state of mind, oppressed by the what? The device that controls their cognitive abilities, their behavior. Are you hearing me? What? Part 2. Foolishness is bound in the heart of a child, but the rod of correction driveth far from him. When you take away the correctioning of a child, you're setting them up for failure. When you take away discipline, an act of spanking that butt, you are now setting them up for failure. Train up a child in the way that he should go. When he is older, he should not depart. We want a great society. We want a great nation. We want a great country. But you take away the act of a parenting, when you take away the disciplinary act. That's why I live in Arizona. That's why I live in Arizona, because Arizona is one of the few union states that allows us to discipline our children. And not just discipline because of punishment, but to give them punishment as well as genuine discipline. That they go on their way to being great. It says, train up a child in the way that he should go, and he should not depart. Too many people believe that discipline is an act of punishment. But this particular book is filled with discipline. It's filled with principles. How to train your child, how to correct your child, how to prevent them from going the opposite way. Yo, will they make mistakes? Absolutely. But you ought to be there as a parent, whether you're a single parent, whether you're an educator, whether you're a professor, whether you're a researcher, an analyst, whether you're a grandparent, you ought to be there to pick them up. I'm challenging you today. Like, this should be the #1 speech in everybody's life. If you're around children, This should be the specific speech that hangs in your cognitive mind at the frontal cortex of your brain. It should be contemplating every single day. How can I train up a child in the way that he should go? And how will I know that he won't depart? By his actions. How will I know he won't depart? By the actions that they take. Not just the inner man, but the outer man. The external part of the cognitive body. Part 3 says this, and for those people who have studied psychological developmental, I want you to see this right here. If anybody's ever studied, anybody in the audience has ever studied this particular area, I love this because the Grand Poobah, the father of psychology here in America, took this out of this specific book. He says right here, he says, as for he thinketh in his heart, so is he. William James literally utilize this specific verse out of the Bible. All right? Are you feeling me? Like, straight up. Thank you so much. Please chime in. Everybody on Periscope, please chime in where you're watching me from. Yes. But nonetheless, it says, as for he thinketh in his heart, so is he. It was James Allen. It was also William James, two great doctors, two great psychologists that professed this particular verse. Where do you think they got it from? They got it from the original. They got it from the roots. They got it from the original book. The book is filled with principles. But I'm going to share with you, before I get out of here, another book filled with principles. And I'm so honored. Thank you so much, Dr. Martin Singelman, for answering my email. Thank you for answering my email. I'm about to share something with you. Don't go away, because I'm about to share something with you. For if you are a parent, if you are a teacher, if you are a grandparent, if you surround yourself with children, they are the future. If you have never heard that, you now heard it from the coach's mouth. They are the future. If you are a coach, if you are a mentor, I'm being 100 with you. The next level of greatness is what you put in them. If you're training them to be extraordinary. You're training them not just for the skill, but for life. How can they benefit? No boundaries, all possibilities. No boundaries, all possibilities. It's a revolution, baby. It's a revolution. Train up a child in the way that he should go. When he is old, he should not depart. It's that time. It's that time. It's 4:30. It's 4:30. It's 4:30 where you're at. It's approximately 5:54. I normally start my show at 6 a.m. However, on the West Coast, I had to make some adjustments because I have to get my workout. I had to make some adjustments. So Monday morning, it's a little bit earlier than norm. However, it's still the same message. It's still the same lecture. It's still the same man. Okay. Listen, I appreciate you guys so much from Sweden. I appreciate you guys on Live Me, on Periscope, on YouTube. Hey, everybody that's on Facebook, thank you guys. Have a blessed day, Frank Sagasta. Time to teach them, show them that love. There's no other way, literally. As Tamara said, when it comes to literally giving my absolute best because it's required of me, a steward, a servant leader, it's absolutely vivid and true that when you're living in your purpose, you get up every single morning like this. Everybody has asked, many people have asked on different platforms, Coach Sagasta, how do you get up at 3 a.m. and still grind and still have so much energy? at 8 o'clock, at 9 o'clock. It takes practice. How do you train up a child in the way that he should go? It takes practice. It doesn't happen overnight. But I never, ever want my children ever in my home ever to come to me and say, Dad, I wish you would have gave me more advice like you gave everybody else. Dad, I wish that you would have gave a little bit more time that you gave everyone else. Dad, I wish you would have spent more time with me than you did with that device. Dad, I wish. I never want to hear that. That's why I do what I do. That's where I am. And the sacrifices that I make today will definitely pay off later on. Because I know it says specifically right here, train up a child in the way that he should go, and when he is old, he should not depart. I love you guys. I appreciate you guys. I hope that you have a magnificent day. And make the rest of this week the best of your weeks to come. Make it a masterpiece, y'all. Make it a masterpiece. Be great, be phenomenal, and never be forgotten. For you living the cousin life if you're rolling with me. Many blessings, y'all.